Monster news out of Major League Baseball. Max Scherzer was headed to the San Diego Padres. Hold on a second. He's now heading to the LA Dodgers alongside teammate Trea Turner for a package of prospects going to Washington. 8-time All-Star, 3-time Cy Young Award winner Max Scherzer, 2.76 ERA this season and 19 starts. Trea Turner, All-Star this season, 322, 18 homers, 49 RBIs. So now Max Scherzer and Trea Turner will look to help the Dodgers repeat as World Series champs. And for more, let's get some instant analysis. Welcome in former MLB Executive of the Year, CBS Sports Baseball insider Jim Bowden. Jim, make sense of what just happened. Max Scherzer, we thought he was going to the San Diego Padres, now headed to the LA Dodgers.
And this deal with the Dodgers is done. Max Scherzer officially waived his 10-5 trade rights. This deal has been signed off by both the Dodgers and the Nationals ownership at this point. So this deal is going to happen. Going to the Nationals is top catching prospect Keibert Ruiz, their top pitching prospect Josiah Gray, the outfielder Donovan Casey, and Gerardo Carrillo is the final player in the deal, another right-handed pitcher. So they get two pitchers, a catcher, and an outfielder. It ends up being a strong return for the quickly rebuilding Washington Nationals when you consider that Max Scherzer is just a 2-month rental for them. Trea Turner is signed for 1 more year. And although they wanted to extend his contract, they worked hard in negotiations and they came to the conclusion they were not going to be able to meet the expectations that he had. So the Nationals did the best they could with the prospect package that has been returned here. But let's talk about the Dodgers because they just won that division tonight. This is a huge deal, a game changer. How about 4 Cy Young Award winners? How about having the future Hall of Famers Kershaw and Scherzer possibly pitching in playoff games together? How about adding Trea Turner to the top of that lineup? You talk about speed and power. He and Mookie Betts at the top. And oh, by the way, Corey Seager is supposed to be back this week. So Turner is going to play second base for the Dodgers, I'm told. Seager will remain at shortstop at least for this year. Then when Seager's a free agent at the end of the year, well, guess what? The Dodgers have their shortstop of next year already under contract in Turner. So this is a huge day and a big turn of events.
All right, so Jim, then what happened then with the San Diego Padres? They were trying to make a deal here for Max Scherzer. What happened?
Well, we don't know for sure what happened. We don't know if it was Max. He never did agree to a trade to the Padres. We don't know if that's the reason why it fell apart. We don't know if it was ownership of the Nationals that nixed the deal, or if quite frankly, before the Padres deal was actually done, the Dodgers all of a sudden swooped in thinking they were going to lose out and ended up giving up this strong package. So it could be any of the three, or as one of my colleagues said, probably a combination of all of the three.
All right, Jim, so Max Scherzer headed to LA. You talked about this briefly, how this changes the landscape in the NL West. And you think now the Padres are going to be so upset that they weren't able to get Max Scherzer. The Dodgers now 3 games out of first place in the NL West. What happens there in this division? It is a lock for them to win it again.
Well, I mean, look, as of this moment, yeah, but remember this. You know, we've got till 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific on the trade deadline. The Padres have pivoted. They're now having discussions with the Twins, trying to get Jose Berrios. You've got the Farhan Zaidi and the Giants that are heavily involved in Chris Bryant talks right now. So look, we've got to wait and see what the Padres and Giants can do in terms of trades between now and the deadline. But no one's going to top this deal, because Max Scherzer is going to be the #1 pitcher traded at this deadline. Trea Turner is going to be the #1 position player traded at this deadline. And those are game-changing players, not just for the regular season. You get to the postseason, you want Max to start that wild card game or that game 7. And you want Trea Turner in a 1-1, 2-1 game to get on base, steal second, steal third, a little bloop, and all of a sudden you win the ball game. So this is a franchise-changing, game-changing trade. And I'll tell you, when the Mookie Betts trade was made a year and a half ago, I had a conversation with Andrew Friedman, the president of the Dodgers, and he said to me that that would be the best trade that he probably will ever make in his career. I don't think so. I think today's trade, getting both Scherzer and Turner in the middle of a pennant race, that'll go down, I think, as the best trade he's ever made, and gives the Dodgers the heavy favorites now to win back-to-back world championships, in my opinion.
This is incredible. I mean, it just absolutely trumps everything that's happened at the deadline. I mean, it's wild, right? A guy you're thinking is going to San Diego. Hold on a second. He's going to L.A. and just hand the Dodgers the World Series trophy at this point. I mean, right? I mean, just give it right back to him because this lineup and now this rotation, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it certainly is. And it's also the lesson a deal's never done till it's done, right? And it was interesting because earlier in the day, we thought the Lakers were getting Buddy Hield. And by the end of the day, oh no, it was Russell Westbrook. And with the Dodgers, all of a sudden, we thought Scherzer was going to the Padres. The deal wasn't done. The Dodgers swoop in. Great day for those people living in Los Angeles right now.
Yeah, how about that? Jim Bowden with a nice little NBA draft segue. He's a Laker fan if he didn't realize that. He's happy. Russell Westbrook headed to Los Angeles. He'll have his tickets, and he'll have his tickets when the Dodgers roll out Max Scherzer and Trea Turner. They land a massive deal just one day ahead of the deadline. Jim Bowden break it down for us here on CBS Sports HQ. Jim, thank you.
Thank you.
Much more ahead here on the clock as we continue our NBA draft coverage. Again, this is monster news, and we have to step aside from the NBA draft when you have Max Scherzer and Trea Turner changing clubs. Won a World Series in 2019, now looking at World Series with the Dodgers now in 2021 as they look to go back-to-back. We're back after the break.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.